People talk a lot about reasoning models. If you've ever used an LLM and it goes into thinking mode, it is supposedly reasoning, but it's not even close.
So type 2 generalization, as we understand how I reason about chess, for example, is we have this discrete categorical model of the chessboard, and reasoning is kind of like taking trajectories and doing various forms of deduction and inference and so on in that discrete set. So that's reasoning. Is reasoning more complicated than that? Maybe what do you think reasoning is?
My definition for what reasoning is heavily informed by what I know from the work of Sperber and Mercier, right? I am really influenced by the idea that what reasoning is the coming up with reasons for things. Reasoning is about explanations. Right, so this is one of the reasons why I sort of bristle against the sort of common ML use of reasoning. Right, is I'm not entirely comfortable with the term because I think it's a category mistake. Right, I think reasoning is coming up with explanations for things. Right, deduction is really what we're talking about, or induction, right? Things like that. That's mostly what we're talking about. So we say inductive reasoning and deductive reasoning, and I know that that's sort of popular language, but I've sort of fixated on this perhaps idiosyncratic use of the word reasoning that has sort of informed how I think about a lot of the stuff in the last couple of years.
Interesting.
Reasoning models, as they typically call them, are not reasoning. In order to reason, we have to be able to do induction, deduction, maybe even abduction and some other things like that. But you need discrete things to operate on. That's what we give you at Parsimony, p7y.ai.